Oh my god, am I knocking that over? A little bit. It seems to be just falling over. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want space here?
Come round and do the door. Yeah, that's different. The managers for the props match interview.
Sorry.
When you've done, use that door. You shouldn't be using that door.
Oh, sorry, somebody told us
I know. Don't let any pressing through that door.
Oh no, sorry about
All right. What's done is done. You can't do anything about that then.
It always looks good when the ball rolls.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, I've broken everything.
But you'll be picking it up, you know. Reassembling it.
You're right.
That's well bad.
I know, but I can't.
Interesting. On what? Oof.
The ends of it.
That is nasty.
Ends of it. Oh, it's true.
It's a fact.
How are you? Not bad.
Yes, it was actually cold.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I wasn't prepared for it to be quite this cold. Did you come up today or?
Yesterday. Yeah. You?
This morning.
Oh, right, yeah.
Driving up and back.
I know we've got to drive back as well later.
Yeah.
And it's been a marathon today.
Oh, has it?
So there'll be quite a lot of road closures.
Oh god. I mean, it was really hell getting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steady cramp. Oh, is that the same effect?
How's that one? It's just the same.
Oh, what do we do about it?
What's that?
I mean, I could put it.
I like it.
Yes, that's pretty.
Yeah. Too tired for run.
Sorry?
Just too tired. Is that bad at first?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
5 minute penalty.
Is that very clear? Can you hear what I'm saying?
I can see my headphones.
Second, yeah, a bit more ambiguous. But we can talk about couldn't have declined.
Because I kept thinking I used to see that. You're train or driving?
Don't like it. You know, last night.
Yeah.
What was the second one, Helen?
It's
Like a swing tackle.
Charles Beacon.
William
Seems to
Scott.
be fine with it.
Fell to lazy man's load, trying to do it all at once. It's got the world's longest pulsar is 10, but... No, I didn't... It's all on that your cable. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I really should just get something in between, shouldn't I? Yeah. I'm really sure. I think a 5 metre one would work rather than a 100 metre one. Ludicrously.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing sitting out
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Or turning it over the top.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous, there's nothing in there at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Races.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing.
Oh, Susie's just destroyed 10 years. 10 years ago.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Testing. But just you can hear that. I'll just bring it closer. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They won't hold it up, so they... I don't see the end of it. So I wasn't sure to see the end of it. No idea. I assume they would, but...
So, yeah, sorry, yeah. I mean, were they obvious? So, what I meant to say was, do we know whether they were obvious? Or whether they should have been?
I thought the first one came
Yeah.
myself, but the second one I haven't seen or either. The first one. What's that?
I think the first one, around in the natural position, and the shot comes from like where that chair is. It's just hard like that. It's no, but her arm is literally like this, like she's just stood there. Like if that had been given 10 years ago, you'd on that fucking it. But because it's now, it's just like they get given to do it. So it is hard.
I think it's given, but it should be.
Yeah, I think so.
Based on the letter of the law today, but I think the letter of the law is stupid.
This is the thing we keep doing. We're like, oh yeah, well it should be a penalty because it would be a penalty. But then that's stupid, isn't it? I think the court should just create a
Ages ago, but I went tomorrow, so
really think I really convinced myself that you were getting it as well.
That's a manual.
You're hearing nothing from me.
Just do it.
Sounds like a bitch.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just feel very sorry for her. She's not getting a chance to play at Wembley. They might it's one not good players. Play against not players who can do that job. It's honestly sorry for her.
Yeah, I did.
Anything left at the moment is wisdom.
Oh, I did one Friday. He's a back. Put his back constant. But he moves, just a little move like that. He's a bit. He gets to ask the questions here. He's like that. Yeah, that's his discs. So he's at Barcelona and get that year out. 6 months time and I didn't see it all.
Yeah, I was just trying to
Twitter's fine, it's the same that Eldridge head of was in. But no, just every single again and again and again. And you can't tell. No, it doesn't look like it is. Yeah, it just that wasn't this one. You literally can't.
Spot the answer, fan.
Oh no, but it literally was, you could see it was. But this, you literally can't see one way or the other.
Let's not let that happen.
Literally was.
With the United Games particularly helped. I mean,
Thank you.
Sorry, Sorry. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Girlfriend? No, right.
See ya.
No, I meant, is he on the phone to his girlfriend?
I got it. Thank you, Emma. Hey, everyone. Who would like to start? Everybody ready? Emma, was that a game you should have won?
I mean, it's a game we dominated, but you can't gift 2 goals so early in the game against top-level opponents. Listen, the first is a mistake in the first minute. The second goal is from a throw-in. They had 4 entries into our box in the first half. 2 goals. We had 42 entries into the box and 1 goal. You know, as a team, we have to be better with that. And we gave ourselves a lot to do as a result of it. Changed their game plan. They sit a little bit deeper as a result of it. We dominated the ball. It was our turn to be on the receiving end of big referee calls today in the box. And that happens. That goes a bit. But I want to say congrats to Man United. Their fans and their players put up a great fight. And Mary Earps produced world-class saves.
You've had a couple of penalties, do you believe?
Yeah, of course, but it's not, I can't change that, I can't alter it.
But it's very frustrating though, because you've now crashed out on the FA Cup as a consequence of decisions that shouldn't have been made.
Yeah, of course. I can't do anything about it though, can I?
Kit?
Hi, Emma. You obviously had a really, really good March from most of it, I think winning your first 6, and then
Yeah.
since then lost at one and you lost today. Just looking at the results, it feels like a drastic drop off. Is it actually the case? Is that actually the case, or?
I don't know. Ask me at the end. We've lost the cup game that was fiercely competitive, and we lost by conceding 2 goals very early on in the game without them having to do too much.
Lauren James obviously was the pantomime villain of the afternoon. How do you think she kind of coped with everything?
I haven't analysed it yet. To be honest, I haven't analysed it.
Yeah, we've got such a busy schedule coming up.
Yeah.
How difficult it's going to be to get this one and then focus back in the Champions League and WSL?
You don't get a choice. So we have to go home, turn around, play Wednesday. So you don't get a choice on that. You have to get over it.
How difficult would it be for the players, though, especially after 2 disappointments, so close together?
Yeah, everyone's a competitor, so of course there'll be disappointments.
Yep.
Emma,
towards the end of the half, it felt like when you put, Frank Kirby on, Katarina
Yeah.
Macari or Agibee Jones, the chances were going to come more, and they seemed to sort of dry up. Do you think
Yeah.
that players maybe got in each other's way, or like the pressure of just the clock ticking? What do you think that was?
You don't make the changes. We've had 70-odd minutes with the group that was out there that clearly have more cohesion together, but haven't created the game-winning chance. You've got that quality on the bench, you bring them in. If you don't bring them in, then, you can say, well, we didn't get a shout at that. So you go one way or the other with them things. I think decision-making, certain situations needed to be better. But, when you've got, I don't know, Mary Earps makes saves, goes down for 6 minutes, momentum shifts. So sometimes it's just things like that. What I would say is that we didn't score when we were on top before those changes. And I think for me that was more essential. And granted, there's 2 clear penalties in that. But, again, congrats to Man United.
Katie?
Emma, commiserations. Obviously, you pulled the team into the huddle at the end. I'm wondering, what's that moment like for you when the team looked to you as a leader and you've got to process your own disappointment? How do you find that moment on the pitch today with all the players looking to you in the huddle?
I think always being mindful, no one died. We lost the football match. I think the frustrations lie firstly with us in the way we conceded goals, and secondly, I just can't see how officials can't give them penalties. And when you're a player and you look across at your fans, and even your fans are singing about what you feel and see, I think frustrations come with a top level game. I don't know, we have VAR for a final and then we have VAR for another final. I feel like I've said it 1,000 times, to help our officials, we have to have technology in our game. And I guess it's when you put everything on the line, and I almost would prefer we don't have technology in anything, because when you have it, that's, I think, probably our frustrations of players. And Neve said to me at the end, she's like, Emma, how can they not think it's a penalty? It's harder for them not to call it. And I said, but to be fair, we played at Kings Meadow or Stamford Bridge, and arguably Man United could have had theirs. It's not about the impact it had on us. I think across the board, we have to have technology in our game.
Do you think that consistency is a bit annoying? You have it one week, you don't have it next week. You have it.
Well, if we didn't have it in the Conti Cup final, we win. So it's like you have it there, but you won't have it here. But it'll be in the final. We'll have it at Champions League, but only the latter stages. I think it's just got to be all in or all out.
Yeah, Sophie?
In football, we like to quantify stuff with silverware. That's how people talk about it.
Yeah.
But obviously, you've had a lot of success over the years, whether that's silverware or others. What would this last season for you look like as a success?
Getting out alive.
That's the goal for everyone.
I'm grateful for everything I've had. I'll keep pushing the team to the end, but you can't win them all. You can't win them all. And I think a team that's not used to losing, is par for the course. Saw it with Liverpool men's team this week, in the Europa League. You can't win them all.
How you said in this game for after you win.
Yeah.
And you said this isn't a team that loses a lot.
Mhm.
And how important is it for the development of these players to have these losses?
Yeah. They're probably the stuff I don't talk about in press, because, if I don't give Aggie Beaver Jones the experiences to come on, face them exposures, then will she grow into that, or Nuskin, or whomever, Hannah Hampton. So, yeah. It's something that, for me, I'm equally invested in as I am to winning. And as you know, football games are margins. Ev Perisset's been outstanding for us, and game can turn quite quickly, and all of a sudden 2 attacks, boom, 2-0, and you're like, oh, you're not winning. I know, but in football you have to minimise as many errors as you can in the first instance, and then take your chances when they come. And the realities are, we haven't done that well enough today to be on the winning end.
Is this the worst couple of weeks in your professional career?
Oh God, no. No. Absolutely not. I think my time in Chicago was much worse.
Susie.
And the first time since 2005 we're going to have a Mabel trophy that's not Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City.
Yeah.
What does that say about the development of women's football in England?
Listen, I'm always, I'm sure when the final comes around, it'll be a great opportunity for one of those two teams. I don't really have an opinion on it, to be honest.
Cool. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
That sounds different. Susie, did you say first since 2005?
Yeah.
That's from Mum.
Yeah, it was Charlton.
Yeah.
Outreach, so like it's not like it's all on multi. Well, I think it feels like obviously we didn't can do. I'm good. I've never been able to be there for them. It's but it felt like obviously that it feels like that first in terms of that for 7 days when around it was corner whatever it was. But that's the big mistakes there. Yeah. And it feels like a whole new job. It's like Chelsea where you walk past and I know like 2 or 3 years. But yeah, whereas Chelsea was still like playing for we're just and just sort of going like announced that it was sort of a big tree over the last few weeks, and that's why she was I didn't do the press conference on Friday, which is now going to think everyone is how it went. But to see it today, to sort of see her, but it's like just the body language and just see.
Quite chilled.
But I think that's probably the sort of yeah.
Susie Rattle on the sound line. Susie Rattle on the sound line.
Oh, there's more chairs in here today. How are you, team? I'm going to say hello as I always do. How are you?
Right, Mark, well done. Congratulations, buddy. Well done.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Got in there. Thank you, mate. You are incredible.
Details.
I just want to say Steve's incredible.
Thank you. Got that on camera. Mm-hmm. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Marc Skinner's post-match press conference. Who'd like to start us off? Anyone? Go on.
Wembley sounds nice, doesn't it?
It sounds nice. It fits, right? It sounds nice. Yeah, it does. We needed to do something different today that we hadn't done in the previous Chelsea games. We're a footballing team, and whenever we've opened Chelsea up, we haven't taken our chances. They've countered us, and we're a bit more open. Today it was about being a little bit more direct, sacrificing a little bit without the ball. And like I've got Tooney up to half time going, Gaffer, I'm doing doggies, but she knew why. And it's moments like this that you create opportunity. Look, it doesn't always happen that way, but today it has. And the players, the defensive capability of the whole team outweighs an attacking part today. And that is something we should admire, because we always admire great football, but great defending is also, you get a bit of luck in that, of course, but it's something different, and credit to everyone involved today for that.
You also needed some individuals to perform really, really well. I mean,
Of course.
I'll talk about Mary for a start.
Yeah, I mean, we have to, right? We have to. Chelsea have an incredible squad depth, and that brings along its different challenges for Emma to manage, of course. But you need your players to step up in one-off games, and that's saved by Mary. And again, let me be clear, I'm not comparing it, but there was a David Seaman save a long time ago where it's a clawed-out save, and we always talk about that. Well, that's up there for me with that kind of incredible athleticism, the power in her arm to move it and to keep it out and push it away as well. The detail is incredible, and we needed her in that big moment. But I also saw Maya Letizia, Millie blocking, Aoife blocking, my midfielders blocking on the edge of the area, and as a collective, everyone, the forwards were pressing all over the place, and it's an incredible feeling for them. Thank you.
Well, I remember when we played Arsenal away this season, and we kind of talked about how much do you sacrifice, not having the ball and getting the balance right between wanting to play on your terms, but also knowing that you might be better off countering in an opportunity like that. It felt like today, I mean, you got it spot on, really. I mean, how pleasing is it to kind of devise the game plan and then watch the players sort of like execute it further?
Do you know, it's hard, mate, because the balance you have as a coach is you're trying to design what your team look like going forward. So you're trying to design an attacking team, right? But if you don't ever attack in those bigger moments, the bigger games like the stadium games, you never see if they can do it or not. And of course, you might risk taking a defeat. But there's an adaptation point, right? And you only get punched in the face so many times before you learn how to dodge. And today, we've had to adapt, we've had to evolve, and we've had to use different players to do so. But that doesn't take anything away from the players that haven't started today. They're incredible for when we need them. And that's what building a team's about. So I think we've adapted, we've evolved, and it feels good. But what's feeling good other than the moment, right? For me, it's about if the players feel good and the players are ready and the fans go home happy, then it feels good for a longer period than just that moment.
And you said about doing something different today. Rachel Williams obviously came, I mean, from the first minute. I don't know whether it was a surprise for Chelsea seeing her start or something, but can you just talk about her role and what she brought in that difference?
If you were Chelsea and you were predicting our starting lineup, you wouldn't have put Rachel in from the start, right? So we knew that would give us an edge from the off. Of course, it's an incredible moment to score so early and it settles the game. I get that. But what we wanted to do was give their 3 real threats. And that's not just with the ball, it's without the ball. And so you saw for that, it's the flick, it's Leah being aggressive and then Luthia crashing the back zone. So for us, it was about, that's how I wanted to start the game. You know, we don't have some of the physical types that Chelsea will have, and they can outrun you at times, so we have to be compact. And we have the quality to score in those moments. So, and I always love your questions because they always make me talk about football. Thanks, mate.
Hi, Mark. Can I ask about Ella too, especially with rather than the second goal? Because I guess with the tackle and then the cross, you show kind of both sides of being a midfielder.
Yeah, she's you know, as I said earlier, Tuni always runs incredible distances in the game, by the way. But when you mentally don't have the ball for a while, it's a different type. You might run the same distance, but you have to affect the game differently. So the reason I talk about that is to stay alive in that moment, to physically impact the ball, which I think she would want to do a little bit more as well. But the pinpoint cross for Rachel it just shows the level of the player. And again, Tuni will rise and rise and rise. She's a fantastic player.
How does it feel to get one over Chelsea? And feels like kind of the final level of a video game. So.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what though? I don't live in that. Like Chelsea are a fantastic team. Emma's had a fantastic team. So I'm not. You could play them again and lose the game. I'm a realist. So it's not about me beating Chelsea. I've beaten Chelsea before when I was at Birmingham in a semi-final of the FA Cup. So I've done it before. But for me, it's about the players believing in that moment. And look, on another day, look, I'm not silly. On another day, Chelsea could have won the game. Chelsea, they'd get a chance here because they're incredible players. But credit to Manchester United and the movement of our team today because we stopped them doing that. Thank you.
Mark, you had a really interesting phrase where you said, "What's feeling good but a moment, or other than a moment?"
Yeah.
Which someone somewhere is going to get like embroidered and pasted on the living room wall. But I found it really interesting. Obviously, this time last year, or the year before, I can't remember now, but you were on the reverse of this at Wembley on the side of this exact team. And what, as a manager, are your feelings? And are you able to celebrate with this, or are your celebrations that feel different inside? And is your disappointment more muted, or what is a manager? How do you deal with the emotions?
It's a really good question because I looked on the bench at 2-3 minutes to go, and Charlotte Healy, my assistant, she's like literally shaking, and you just get more experience, and you know that you got to believe in your team. That's just because she's that excited, and I think it's about calming everybody down. Like you as a leader, you have to absorb a lot of things thrown your way. And you also have to make sure that everybody else is calm in moments. But then when you raise them, it's a psychology, right? You know a lot. We've talked a lot about the psychology of it. But what I want to be clear is, what I meant by celebrating in a moment is we soon forget. I've watched my daughter be 0 and then she's 5. And I've got a new one. And it's I'm seeing the difference of that stages again. And it's just about spending time in the moment when everybody else wants something from you. Everybody else wants me out of a job. Everybody wants this. They want this. They want this because it makes news. I get it. I understand it. But all I can say is true to who I am and make sure my team know that I'm consistent and I do what I need to do to get the best for them. And I love them, care for them, and I want to take this team to the highest level. We've got work to do, mate. Everybody knows that. But I'm here to do that. That's my job. Okay?
Mark, you mentioned about Mary.
No. Yeah, sorry. That was me. Sorry, because you both in my eye line. Sorry.
So, you mentioned about Mary Up. Obviously, it was a disappointing moment for her last week, losing the spot in England team. How do you think she responded to that? Do you think she sort of had a point to prove, maybe showed that she's England's number one, maybe best in the world still? I
mean, I have no doubt that is Mary. I don't think Mary's motivated by doing that. I think Mary's motivated by being the very best of herself. She's an incredibly beautiful character, Mary, like a great character. And with great characters comes an ability to do things differently. And Mary has this really unique way of resetting from bad moments. Now, I'm not saying, and let me be clear, that was a bad moment for her because she's a realist. But to come out to make that save, and there's loads of others. So we talk about the ones where she positions herself right. It might have gone into her, but she positions herself right for them. We talk about the magnificent save, but I thought she was incredible today. Her kick-in, her distances on her kick-in were fantastic. And she's a big part of why we've won the game today. But also the team in front of her helped her. And she's the first one to do that. And that's the beauty of Mary, is that she's not motivated by proving others wrong. She's motivated by herself now, driven to be the best standards for herself.
Do you still see her as England's number one?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's not my job. She's Manchester United number one. And that's all I get to pick. But she's an incredible goalkeeper. And, yeah, for me, she's my number one.
Mark, you mentioned that as a leader you have to deal with a lot of things thrown your way. You've dealt with a fair lot of stick from fans thrown your way this season. How much is this result, the result against Chelsea, it being Chelsea in particular, getting to the cup final again, a vindication of like the project that you're building and what you like, you know, your resolve through that period? You
know my answer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anybody's opinion is their opinion. Like, they might not like how they might not look like the colour of my hair. They might not. It doesn't matter. I'm here for them, and I'm here to. Whether you like me, hate me, I'm still going to be the same person. I'm still going to help. I'm still here to make the team the very best. And in the moment, if I can deliver that for you and you still hate me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because I'm here to produce for you, and that's what I'm here for. The fans. I'm here for the club. I'm here to I'm here to sacrifice for that. And that's what Susie, you know me long enough. I've always been this person. Through the good times, the bad times. And let me be clear, we won nothing. We got to win into a final again. We didn't win it last year. We've got to do everything to win it against a different opponent this year.
How do you feel for Grace Clinton, who will now miss a final?
Well, Grace is a Manchester United player, so we'll see. But yeah, look, fantastic. Congratulations to Tottenham on getting to the FA Cup final as well. A real big feat for them, unfortunately for Leicester as well, because they've come fantastic distance. But we'll see what happens on the final.
Two teams that came into the league at the same time as well, now in the final. The first time there's going to be a different name on the trophy since, I think, 2005. I mean, that's a huge statement of the development of the league and the growth of your two clubs as well, right?
It is, man. It's exciting, right? It's exciting. And what I'll say is, yeah, look, we've got a fight out, a shootout in that final. But yeah, look, I can see the growth. I can feel the growth. I can see by last year we had 14 clean sheets. We got nowhere near that this year. Like, the game's just evolving, so teams can score at any point now. We'll welcome back old friends, Martha Thomas and so on from it wasn't at Manchester United, but she's going on to be good for Tottenham. So we'll welcome old friends in what I'm sure will be an incredibly tough final for both of us. And let's see who wins it on the day. Thank you, mate.
Anyone else?
You mentioned an incredibly tough final. Beating Spurs 4-0 this season. How much of an advantage does that give you?
Yeah, but if you watch the game, we did well. We punished moments. We've got them. You'll see very soon. We've got them next week. But I just want to give them the credit they deserve, and they're on a fantastic run this year. Their challenge is to follow that up as well, because it's always tough when you've done it once. But I look forward to playing against them. They play a nice brand of football, and I look forward to seeing Robert and the team very soon.
After the Everton win 2 weeks ago, he said we're still going to be disappointed with how the season's gone. Does this turn this into a good season no matter what?
No, I'm not. Like, for me, it's how you measure what it looks like for you as a collective. Like today, there's a massive measurement for us in that game. We've adapted. We've had to suffer without the ball. We don't like it. We didn't like it. It was horrible. But actually, we've had to suffer without it. And I can show that players back and go, there might be a 15-minute period in the game where we have to do that. And now all of a sudden they've got that experience together. So for me, it's about building experiences towards success, and that's what I'm here to do.
Okay, great. Thanks, everyone.
Team, fantastic. Thank you for your questions. Thanks for waiting. See you later.